Hi, ThatPaulGuy. Today we're taking a look at something I got in a package and, well, I'm not going to say the mail, it was delivered, but usually when I do a video like this where I'm taking a look at something or opening it up or unboxing it, usually I do it on the other camera and not the webcam. Well, there's a reason for that today. That's because what I'm looking at is a webcam. So I'm taking a look at Nexigo's N660P, and the reason why, well, I still got it in the box, but the reason why I've left autofocus on the Ausdom right here that I'm typically using is so that you can see one of the effects of the focus, which it has difficulty doing sometimes. You can see that, especially in the background, if you're looking over my shoulder here, you can see that it's having a hard time trying to figure out if it should focus on me or focus on that. That is the only drawback I usually have with the Ausdom. And it's a relatively simple fix. When I'm recording, I just take the autofocus off and I put it wherever I want. This one is supposed to have a better autofocus, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to take a look at it. We're going to go ahead and unbox it. We're going to see what's in here. And we're also going to do a side-by-side with not only this, but the Ausdom I'm using right now and my 4K camera, which is set up where I can use it as a webcam, so you guys can see sort of a side-by-side comparison and kind of figure out which one I'm going to use and why I'm going to use it. So let's start digging into it, okay? Okay, so I'm using a little bit of an over the shoulder view here to do this, and it comes pretty well packed. There's a outside sleeve. Like I said, it's a Nexigo N660P. There's an inside box that comes with the camera, basically an instruction book and a how-to or a quick start, you know, happy you bought our product type thing. There seems to be it's pretty well laid out. It looks like 6 languages that the book is in. Nobody ever reads that anyway, but just in case you're curious or you want to check it out, feel welcome to do that. I'm sure anybody that's not used a webcam before would be very helpful, but for most of us that have already used them and set them up, it's going to be pretty redundant. It is a USB-A type. Looks like it is set up for a USB 2.0, which is pretty standard. You don't find many 3.0 cameras like that. It does have a privacy cover, and of course, over the top of it, you can peel that off. Comes out like pretty well. There are 2 microphones for stereo sound. There's a pretty good length of cord on there, and it does look like it's your fairly standard stand that will clip on top, or that you can use a tripod mount of some type, or a mount that you can use. Just a regular screw in, looks like a 1/4 inch. So, pretty standard so far, and looks pretty solid. The stand itself is a pretty good weight. The camera itself looks pretty good, and although the cord's not braided, it still does look like it's a pretty good quality cord. So we'll go ahead and hook it up, and we'll see what it looks like when we're actually viewing or recording something, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is recording footage with the Nexigo N660P. As you can tell, it's pretty decent. The field of view is alright. The only thing that I think I have a little bit of a problem with is I had to do some adjustment on the white balance, because it really... somebody else had mentioned it in one of the other reviews. I don't remember exactly where it was, and if I do happen to remember, I'll give credit for it. But the white balance, I did have to adjust some because it just didn't look quite right. For the most part, colors seem to be pretty true. The autofocus and everything, we're going to give you a test of that real quick. There. We'll try it again. So the autofocus seems to work pretty well. I can't really complain about that too much. It does, I mean, the color looks pretty good. It looks pretty sharp. It picks up on everything pretty well. It does have a little bit more narrow field of vision than the Ausdom AF640, which I reviewed earlier. And I'll go ahead and show you side by side what those look like. And that's them right there. As you can tell, the Ausdom is the one on the left. Well, you might not be able to tell, but the Ausdom is the one on the left. That's this one over here. And the new one, the Nexigo, is the one on the right. That's right over here. There is some color differences. I do believe that the Ausdom has truer color overall because that is more close to what my real actual wall looks like. Although I'm not going to complain about either one. The field of view on the Ausdom is a lot wider than sometimes I'm more comfortable with, and when I'm doing videos, I do change the format so it's easier to fit and it doesn't look, it doesn't give me a whole wide spread out view of the entire room. The Nexigo though, I'm very, very pleased with overall. The color is pretty good, like I said, except for the white balance. You'll have to adjust that some. It does feel a little bit more, I'm not going to say more of a warmer type overall color, but there are some things that I do like about it. It is about 2/3 of the size of the Ausdom. The Ausdom is very similar in size to a Logitech C920, if anybody hasn't seen one of those. It is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit compact. It does record at 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is a big advantage because anybody that's tried to record at 30 frames per second will know that sometimes it can a little bit choppy, or you can drop screens. The Ausdom, I believe, is rated at 30 frames per second, so this one would make editing a little bit easier for me overall. We'll have to see when I go ahead and try to edit a couple of videos, and I might even try to edit a few side by side just to see what they kind of look like. I'll play around, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up using. This is a very, very capable, if you don't have a webcam, or if you need a new webcam and yours is not very good quality, for 50 bucks or under, this is a pretty good deal. It normally retails for about $65 on Amazon. I was able to get it on sale. I did get it with a coupon. It brought everything down to under 50. It was like 49 and change. So for that, I was very, very happy, and it's a great deal. But I still think it's pretty solid, even for that $65 price range. The Ausdom was, I believe, $79, and the C920 from Logitech, even though it's rated about $75, good luck trying to find it at that. It's still sporadic trying to get it in stock, and it's all over the map as far as pricing. I've seen it still as high as $150 or $180 for one of those, and you know, it's a $75 or $80 webcam. Now, true, it is probably the best $80 webcam on the market, but the only thing you're actually going to get better with, and well, you're going to pay for it too, is if you move up into 4K. What I'm going to show you next is with my 4K camera comparison. So as you can see, I did manage to get a shot where all three of them are together. The Ausdom AF640, the Nexigo N660P, and the AI Techney 4K camcorder that I had purchased previously. The Ausdom I got about a year ago, and I did a review, and of course I'll post that. But you can kind of see when I move my hand across the screen what I'm talking about by a delayed frame rate or something that's not quite up to speed or up to time. But anyway, I'm not going to leave this very long because especially with the 4K camera, the field of vision is so tight on that. It reminds me sort of that drunk friend that you're hanging out with that you really just wish would get an Uber home already, and that he's got no business trying to, you know, lean in that close trying to tell you the joke that he thinks it's funny, but you and I both know isn't. So as far as the N660P goes, especially for the price, this is a 1080p by 60 frames per second that I got for less than $50. It's normally about $65. Looks like it does go on sale at least often. I'm not going to say really often or fairly often, but it does seem to go on sale, and that's a great time to pick it up. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in black, which is the one I unboxed. It comes in white, looks like a white and silver, and it comes in one with a pink accent. The only thing I might caution against, the only thing I might say that you have to worry about a little bit, is you might have to go into the settings just a little bit and play with the white balance to get something that you feel comfortable with, because otherwise it does look just a little bit washed out. Autofocus works great. The PC picked it up right away and understood what it was and identified it, so it was very easy to set up, especially in OBS where I'm usually recording these videos. So it was no problem at all getting set up and getting started and well on the way. And obviously it seems to do pretty good. I will go ahead and let me do one real quick audio test to show you guys what that sounds like, and then we'll carry on with the rest of it.
All right, so this is the actual audio from the webcam itself. Don't know if it's better or worse. I won't know that until I get into editing, but at least you know exactly what it sounds like. And from what I've seen from other videos, it seems to be okay. So we'll find that out. I'm not going to mess with it in editing. I'm going to leave it at the exact same level in editing that I do with my normal microphone, so you'll be able to see the difference and hear the difference.
Okay, and then back to regular audio. So for the price and everything, especially if you can get it under the 50 bucks, it's a no-brainer. It's a steal. Even at the regular price, like I said, it's a pretty good deal, and I would go ahead and recommend it. Either the Ausdom or this is a great deal, but in this case, I'm thinking this matches up very, very well, and especially for the price it is. It does incredibly well. So that's all I got for right now, folks. As always, you're welcome to, like if you like the video, dislike if you disliked it, but let me know why. Leave me any kind of comments. What are you doing for webcam? Have you heard or seen other reviews on this webcam? Do you already own this webcam? Kind of let me know in the comments below what's going on, or what are you using? Are you using, say, a camcorder or a different webcam? And, what are your thoughts on it? As always, you're welcome to like, subscribe, share, all that good internet stuff, that good YouTube stuff. Don't be afraid to come see us on our Discord channel, and I'll leave some links from some other stuff down below as well. But until next time, folks, that's all I got. So I'll see you later.